Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that echoes power, ambition, and conquest. He started as an ordinary soldier but became one of the greatest emperors in history. Yet his rise was not easy, and his fall was just as dramatic. Born in 1769 on the small Mediterranean island of Corsica, Napoleon came from a noble but poor family. When he entered military school, his classmates looked down on him. He spoke French with a heavy accent and was treated like an outsider. But Napoleon did not give up. With his intelligence and disciplined work ethic, he impressed his teachers and climbed the ranks. In 1789, the French Revolution erupted. Kings were overthrown, aristocrats fled, and the country was in chaos. Napoleon saw an opportunity. During the siege of Toulon, he won a decisive victory and made a name for himself. He quickly rose through the ranks of the French army and was given command of the Italian campaign in 1796. Despite having a hungry and exhausted army, he led them to remarkable victories with his brilliant strategies. In 1798, Napoleon launched an expedition to Egypt, aiming to strike the British and open a path to the east. But unexpected events unfolded. He brought scientists with him, leading to historical discoveries. However, at sea, he suffered a devastating defeat against the British Navy. When he returned to Paris, the people welcomed him as a hero. The government was weak, the people were dissatisfied, and the country was unstable. Napoleon seized the moment. In 1799, he staged a coup and became the most powerful man in France. In 1804, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France. This was not just an ordinary coronation. Traditionally, the Pope was supposed to place the crown on his head, but Napoleon took it from his hands and crowned himself. It was his way of declaring, "I take power from no one but myself." Then, the wars began. The great powers of Europe united against him, but he defeated them time and again. The Battle of Austerlitz was his greatest triumph, proving his unmatched military genius. France was now the dominant force in Europe. In 1812, Napoleon made a fatal decision: to invade Russia. With an army of 600,000 soldiers, he marched toward Moscow, but the Russians refused to fight directly. Instead, they abandoned and burned the city, leaving nothing for Napoleon's troops. The brutal winter, starvation, and disease destroyed his army. On the retreat, thousands of his soldiers perished. This was the beginning of his downfall. In 1814, European forces captured Paris. Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the small island of Elba. But he would not stay there for long. Just 10 months later, he escaped and returned to France. The people welcomed him with open arms, and he regained power. But his comeback was short-lived. The great powers of Europe united once again, and in 1815 at the Battle of Waterloo, Napoleon faced his ultimate defeat. This time he was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena, where he spent the rest of his life. In 1821 he died in exile. Napoleon Bonaparte, a man who rose from a small island to become the ruler of Europe. His genius, determination, and strategic brilliance made him legendary. Yet his downfall serves as a reminder that no leader, no matter how powerful, is invincible in the face of history.